Okay, give it a minute. All right. Get crack-a-lackin'. Hi, B. Get my voice going here. How you doing, B? Hi, Debbie Bruce. Let me get a drink of water here. Leah, Icy. How's everybody doing? Hi, Terry. Laverne. How's everybody doing this morning? I pulled this book because at Kathy Berg's yesterday, well, Kathy and Colleen, I forget whose channel it was at. They stream together on Tuesdays. They were talking about this book. And I told him, I said, yeah, it's a good book. I have it. And I also have one of his originals that I bought back when he was blogging. And I also have one of his old, I even got one of his old calendars here. So, yeah. I don't know if we'll collage. We'll see what we want to do today. Hi, sweet lady, Missy, Darlene. Oh, is B having an interview this morning? You got a couple of interviews. Okay, all right, B. Are you excited? Is it something you want to do? I hope. Hi, Barbara, Hermit's Tale, Pamela. Pamela, I didn't see you on Monday. I mean, I could have missed you because I do miss people. Hope you're doing okay. Hi, Heather Doodlebug. How you been? It's been a long time since you've been around. How you been? What you been up to for the last 6-7 years? I don't know how long it's been since I've seen you. Let's see. Trying to make sure I try to catch everybody first thing. If you come in later, I might miss you. Let's see. You were there lurking. Okay, Pamela. Just, sometimes I notice people that are there or not. And has anybody heard or seen from Cat and Paste? Her IG seems to be gone. So I don't know if anybody's seen her or talked to her, know what's going on with her. Let's see. Ecotech had to be off to this, but finally got back to her. Okay, well, good, B. That's good to know. Good to hear. I hope you get the perfect job for you. Barbara. Hi, Christopher. Hey, everybody. I'm sorry. I love those hands. I'm sorry. I just love them. Let's see. Tina and Laura. And Makes. You're welcome, B. Let us know. Let us know next week if you hear anything. Hi, Riri. Riri. Yay. I know, Malibu. You love being up here. I won't touch you with my cat paws. Y'all know I made these, and she doesn't like these. She does not like these. She likes these fine. She lets me pet her with these, but not with the other ones. Don't knock that over. Hi, Colleen. Let's see. Barbara G. Who else am I missing? All right. I'll pet you. Let's see. Missy. Scrolling. Judy. Heather. Let's see. Okay, I think I've caught everybody so far. So Colleen and Kathy were talking about this book, and Kathy asked me to show the art that I got from him, and I found that I had this calendar as well, in the book. So we'll look at this book. Maybe we'll get some ideas. I don't know if we'll do collage today. I don't know if anybody has a preference to what we do. We could do coloring, pen pastels, collaging, whatever. I've been trying to catch up on everything, which I've been doing. I've been catching up. Hi, Leona. Look at this three arms. So let's see. You want me to pet you again? Okay. I'll give you some pets. Malibu ripped one of your arms off. Paint on color book than pencils. Yeah, I do that a lot. I mean, almost every color book page I do has paint on it. Almost every one. Or some start with pan pastel, like the faces and stuff. But almost every color book page I do has paint. Let's see. CK Chris. I see you, baby. And now don't try to creep over to the keyboard. Just stay right here. But you're going to have to get down in a minute. Let's see. No. There she goes. Trying to creep over to the keyboard. Deb E. Let's see. Hi, Devin. Devin, have you heard anything from Cat and Paste? Has anybody heard anything from Cat and Paste? We're all wondering what happened to her on Instagram. Hi, Tina. How you doing? How's it going? Tina says good morning to everybody she can catch. I don't see, and Picola will not be here today because Picola has company. She wasn't at Colleen and Kathy's either. She has company this week. Chunky Traveler. Just for a minute. Okay, I can. Do you have a, maybe I'll pull my Art Nouveau one. How about that? I'll show my Art Nouveau Chunky Traveler. Or you mean the other one that just has all kinds of junk in it? That won't mean anything to you. And those are the reason it's chunky is because there's 4 or 5 in them. That's why my Traveler's wraps are chunky, is because there's so many individual books in there. There's Janet. It's okay, Janet. But Cole won't be here. She's got company this week, the rest of this week anyway. I think Malibu has a message she wants to type. Yeah. Yeah, and we won't be here if she tries. Our chat is still there, but all her pictures are gone. See, her chat with me and I only looked about 5 different of my posts, and she usually posts something in and I always comment on hers too. And all the there were no comments on the 5 I checked. I didn't check every post I've ever made to see if there was a post there from her. Okay, all right, Linda. Aw. Let's see. Going back here a minute. So B, y'all's chat is still there? I mean, between the two of you? Yeah, but her pictures are gone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have them all. Okay, Herman's Tale. Let's see. Scrolling, chat so fast. I know. Well, go get some coffee. Or is it Robert bringing you your coffee? All right, Malibu. You got to realize she thinks I'm talking to her for 3 hours. She doesn't see you guys. She goes, oh, Mama's just sitting here talking to me and petting me for 3 hours. Let's see. Maybe Malibu wants. Oh, trust me. Does she look like she needs any cat treats? Does she look like she needs any cat treats? Look at that. Look at that belly. Let's see. DMs with her. Oh, the DMs are still there with her. I don't know if I've ever DM'd her. So I didn't check my DMs. I don't know, Devin. Yeah. You need both, Janet? Let me go ahead and I'll get my Art Nouveau book here. I think this is it. Yeah. So last year was my year of working in all my my mini journals. Like some of the travelers that, they're just, I had different sizes, this size, and mostly these size because, I just wanted to do a bunch of these last year. So I have an Asian one, an Art Nouveau, I think two different, I got a garden one, a nature one. I'm looking over on my list. I mean, on my shelf. A space one. What else do I have? Hold that for me, Malibu. Let's see. Uh, Alice in Wonderland. Of Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, I think we probably did maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 different books last year. This is what we concentrated on last year. This year, I wanted to concentrate on my two collage books, my two, what are they, 10 by 10 collage books. Kind of wanted to concentrate on those, but I've also been doing those little framed collages. So kind of been doing the collage. That's kind of really what I want to concentrate on this year. Last year it was these. Oh, and I got a color one. There's one all based on colors. Let's see. Annie Tanner, Patricia Stubbs. Forgot cats earlier. Been working and lurking. Sorry, I've been missing. Oh, well, good. Good to see you, Patricia. Let's see. Thanks, Tina, for all the good mornings to everybody. So collages today. I'm thinking so, Devin, because first I want to show this book that Kathy asked me to show it again with with the piece that I bought from Randall. I think I got it in 2013. I think I got it 10 years ago. He was doing a blog back then. This was before vlogging was really, he was doing blogs and he was selling his originals for $25, these small ones for $25. And he sold a collage a day and he sold it every day. So back then I bought one. Let's see, what's the year here? Does it have it on the back? I'm not seeing it. There it is. November 2012. So I got it in 2012. So I guess I got this calendar for the upcoming year. Or maybe I bought them separate. I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, it's 10 years ago. I don't remember how I bought them. Okay, so let me go ahead and show the little Art Nouveau book real quick to whoever wants to see it again. So, yeah. So it's just all based on art. And also, anytime I do a book, I never feel like I have to finish a page before moving on to another page. I left room to journal, to put quotes, Art Nouveau quotes, the era, whatever I want to do. And but I work back to front to in the middle, and that's especially good if you have any kind of. This one has a flat spine, and if you have a flat spine, that's the best way to work so that you don't warp the spine. Get it to tilt. I can remember what I had. I can't remember. So anyway, I'll just kind of do a little flip while I'm sitting here reading chat and saying good morning to everybody. Let's see, Chantel. Hello, Chantel. I don't know if I've seen you before. Kitty Jen. All right, you ready to move now? Okay, let's go ahead and let's at least move down there. There you go. Just maybe stay there. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Let's see. Let me go ahead and zoom in one. And let's brighten it up just a little. Let's re-autofocus. There we go. That looks pretty good. I don't want to get too flashed out, but it might be a little bright. Let's see. Dee Dee, did you see my question? No, I did not. Let's see. Did you put it in caps? Let me scroll back. Scrolling. Can you show the Alice in Wonderland one? Yeah, they don't have a lot done in there. in the Alice one. Alice, we did that one toward the end of the year. I mean, I can show it, but let me see where it is. We didn't do a lot in it because this one was toward the end of the year, and so we didn't get too far into it. But maybe you're gonna. All right, let's go ahead and get down now. Let's get down. So we didn't get too far in it, but I'll show it. Let's see. All right, let's just go ahead and look through this. It's getting a little too bright. She's marching out of here. I'll see you later. Can y'all see it okay? Oh my goodness. Maybe I should hold it up a little. So yeah, it's one of my little paper clips that I got from Keisha's auction. Amanda makes those little pockets. So it's just kind of like, and the backgrounds are stenciled, stenciled and inked, just whatever stencil I happen to like. So let's see what we got here. So you can see there's a lot of pages not done. Then there's some that are more done. But I just never feel like this makes me happy. It made me happy to do it. It makes me happy to look at it. Do I care that this page is not done? Not at all. And if I feel like doing something Art Nouveau, or if I pick something up or find some cutout or something that I like that's Art Nouveau, I'll go put it in this book. Yes, the cloud has left the building, Tina. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness. So this is what we did last year. We did a whole bunch of these books, different themes. Then you put a quote in it, do little flips here. So what's everybody working on today or this week? It makes me happy to see you. Oh, thanks, Devin. Yeah, I really enjoy making them, like this. But I enjoy everything I do. Coloring, pan pastels, drawing, painting. I like all of it. There's not, I don't know that there's one I really love more than another, but these were some of the PM Art Studio stencils. And, sometimes I just want to do one thing more than another, but some quotes on there. Another resin paper clip. Try not to miss any, but I might. So did a lot of stenciling in these. I know. Hi, Lisa. Hey, girl. Hey. Let's see. Seeing all the travelers is your ASMR. There's videos on when I did most of them, not every single one, but I did a lot of these on just look up art journals or MixedMedia. So there, and then I have a little envelope in the back with some more Art Nouveau bits and things to use in here. So yeah, that's the Art Nouveau one. Then again, the Alice one doesn't have as much in it because we did this one toward the end of the year. So, but this Denise bought me this journal, and it just looked like Alice in Wonderland. So I put the Wonderland little thing there. So I'm experimenting with modeling clay. I will show my project on Sunday. Okay. I used to do the baked clay, polymer clay. I used to do polymer clay. That was way before I started streaming. And then I quit doing polymer clay. I had to quit doing some stuff because there was just not enough time to do everything I wanted to do. So polymer clay did not make the cut. I still have my little my little pasta machine that I use to flatten out and cut clay and stuff. I still have a lot of the tools, but I don't have any of the clay anymore. I got rid of all the clay, and yeah, some things just didn't make the cut. Oil painting didn't make the cut years ago. So let's see. Did you make the earrings with no, you know what I made some jewelry, Tina. I made a lot of cabochons and necklaces and stuff, but I mostly I made little people. I made little shelf people, like this. Let's see here. Let me get my little mouse. Here's the little hand carved mouse my uncle made some years ago, and it sits on a shelf, right, and leans over. I would make shelf people. And what they were is, let me get a scrap paper out from under here. It would be, let me get a pen or pencil or something to write with. They would sit on a shelf, so I'd make, like, let's just say, a little girl, and there would be, all be in clay, and she'd have a big fluffy dress on. Oh, you can't see this. I picked a little teeny piece of paper, right? And she'd have a big fluffy dress on or something, and then she'd have her legs, and I'd make long legs, and usually gave them striped stockings or something, and then maybe long, like, ballet type shoes or something like that. And they'd sit on a shelf, and then the legs would hang over, like that. And the legs would be extra long compared to the body. But yeah, so I used to make those kind of things with polymer clay more than anything. I did a little bit of jewelry making, but not a lot. Did, beads, and yeah. But again, that was many years ago. Before I started streaming. Okay, so this one is the Alice one, and so we did this in 2022. All these we really did last year. I mean, I have other travelers' notebooks that are my personal notebooks, but I made a whole bunch of these themed ones last year on stream. Let's see, Millie. Hi, Millie. Hi, Tori, Joy. Anybody else I missed coming in? So I have the little kids' Alice books that I would cut out. Let's see, where do I have it? Do I have one handy? Let's see. Wizard of Oz. Here it is, Alice. So I have a couple of these. This is probably the one I haven't cut into yet. But you get these at Hobby Lobby, and you get them anywhere. But they're just little kids books of like Wizard of Oz, Alice, Robin Hood, just different things. But look how big the words are. So these are good for cutting up to put in the book. Oh, that's the nieces and Hubster and Denise and everybody. Okay. Everybody's saying good morning to each other. So yeah, so this is my Alice one, and I was doing these was it Stamperia? I'm not sure who made these. It wasn't Stamperia. Who made these? Graphic 45? I forget who made these little cards and papers, but I gave them all flips and put my little, there's a destination, many parts, how can we keep it, find the things, kind of like behind doors and things. So yeah, little paper clips, cards. There's a little bingo card. What else is in here? Didn't get too far, like I said. What we find out, we tell these things about an experiment. Go to the next section. So just made little pockets, I think that's about all we got. And then I just kind of taped these in, the rest of them. There's a few more. Then I got some Alice postcards, playing cards from different games, and just different things with Alice on them. And those were in here. They're in here ready to use. I got this little this little this was a Barnes and Noble or Books a Million, I don't remember. But anyway, it's a little pop up, gift card holder. And it's got like a little dimensional thing on there. So yeah, so that was my Alice book. Not too far in. Didn't get too far into this one, but I have it ready to go. Anytime I have something Alice, anything I have Art Nouveau, my garden one, my nature one, my outer space one, all the ones. Well, if not, if you make them all different colors and make Mealy Fiori and all that, Tina. But like I said, that was many years ago. I quit doing the polymer because you only got so much time, and I fill mine up. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this real quick. I might have to go turn my air up. It's getting a little cool in here. Let's see. One would have to book a 2 weeks. You know what's funny though, Tina? It is funny. I've had people visit me. I've probably had maybe 8 different people. I'm just kind of rounding off. Different different YouTubers and people I know off of YouTube have visited me, and a couple of them streamed with me. Sunset Carol, Jen Oz, Paula. I'm trying to think of who else has streamed with me years, back on Ustream. And so I may have 8 or 10 different people. Darcy and Jonna, Sister Woman Jonna, they streamed with me. Who else? I mean, that I've actually streamed. I've had other people here. But anyway, that have visited me. And I think, and I won't say which ones or whatever, but it's just kind of funny to me because I love books so much, right? I love books so much. And if I go to someone's house and I see a library, I'm zooming right in. I want to go look at what you're reading, what you like, what you got going on, what you're thinking about. And books, that's just what I love. I love books. And it's so funny though, out of all the people that have visited me, I think only one actually wanted to look at my library. That just amazed me. And I don't force it. Oh, don't you want to see my library? I don't do that. But I was thinking it, because that's what I would do. My color journals, you mean the little books like I was just showing, the one with colors? No, that was just for that year. That was a color a year. And I think I did 10. I think I did 10 colors out of the year. So I did 10 of the 12 months. But it was just like, you're not interested in the books? That just kind of was like, I don't know. It was just a little flabbergasting to me. Hi, Rainbow Kitten. And and I mean, they probably all love books too. But like I said, it would just be my thing if I went to somebody's house and visited them, that I would want to see their library, No, I've not. Stamperia has a newish library series. Now, let me go ahead and look that up, Devin. Let me see. Maybe I'll just Google it. Stamperia Papers Library. Let's see what we can get. Got to spell library right. Probably in one of the stamp people that sell it, but anyway, let's see. Let's see, what is this? Is this Vintage Library? Is this it? It's at scrapbook.com. Scrapbook.com. I'm not sure if this is what you're talking about. It's got like a Merlin there. Let's see. Vintage Library. Out of stock at scrapbook.com. So I'm not sure what year they came out, or maybe it's brand new and they're just sold out right now. But it looks like, at least at scrapbook.com, who is one of the main carriers of these papers, is out of stock. So yeah, there's a library, the little owl, very nice. But yeah, Yeah, they're all out of stock right now. I'll watch and see if they come back in stock. Let me see. I'll look on Amazon, see if anybody else is carrying it. Stamperia Vintage Library Papers. Yeah, no, that's not it. That's something different. They got the Vintage Lady. I don't see the Vintage Library. It's not even coming up. Vagabond. Yeah, a lot of the other ones are coming up, but the library one's not even popping up. So yeah, well, I'll keep an eye out for it. But that's a good one. That is a good one. So anyone, Darlene, Kristen, anybody coming in? So back in 2000 and let's say 12, I bought this off of and you could probably put it. He has it signed as going this way, but I have it sitting on a shelf this way. I just like the way it looks this way. I mean, but it's signed this way. Like this is the way he kind of probably designed it, but I have it sitting on the shelf like this. But it's one of his originals, and they were $25 back in the day. Hi Julie Topaz. Happy wonderful Wednesday to you too. How you doing? Anybody else I miss? And I know I miss people. Anyway, so I bought this. I don't know if I bought it at the same time like he was selling the next year's calendar because this came out in a November. So this was in a November. So I don't know if I bought this at the same time for the following year, but I'll do a flip through of it. So these are some of the collages, and these were probably all ones that he had sold or had for sale, but he sold them all. Every time he had one up there, they sold. So let's there we go. So I'll just do a little flip, and I'll show you his book. They don't flip easy on the chain. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Thanks, everybody, for being here. So this is one of the, no, that's similar. It's not the exact. I thought this was kind of the same bird, but it wasn't. This does not want to flip on the chain. I mean, it's fine if you're going to use it as a calendar and you want to set it up or something, but to do a flip through, it doesn't move quickly. I'm ready to take the chains off. But, of course, I didn't use it. I bought it for the images. I didn't use the calendar. So, yeah. But that was a collage a day, which he did back in 2010, 11, 12, 13, back in the day. Hi, sister. He did a collage a day on his blog. He wasn't YouTubing it. I mean, he wasn't doing YouTube or, streaming. He had a blog. So this was his book, the collage workbook, and this is a good one. I don't know, did anybody try to look this up yesterday at your stream, Colleen? Was it available anywhere? Thrift Books, Amazon? Let me see. Let me go over and look on Amazon because I don't know if it's still available or if it's really expensive. Let's go over and look. So if they were showing it yesterday on Colleen's, and if that was around, they probably sold out. Let's see, the collage workbook, Randall Plowman. Oh, let's spell workbook right. There it is. Back. Collage art. Collage. Oh, hang on. It wants to give me something else. My iPad has a mind of its own. It's trying to direct me somewhere else that I don't want to go. Okay, here we go. The collage workbook, paperback. Oh, there's one left in stock for $12.99 or $12.25. And it may be on thrift books, but they say there's one left, and it's a used in good condition. So I don't see a brand new one. Let's see, let's test this. Yeah. And then here's one in brand new. Somebody's selling it for $57. So yeah, you'd have to find a used one probably. And I would look on thrift books. Look on thrift books for it. You got it. You have the book or did you just buy it? Oh my gosh. Hi, Rachel. Oh, there's Rachel. Let's do a little. Yeah. Well, people will pay it. They'll get it, especially if it's if it's something everybody wants. They'll get it. Let's see who else. So the collage workbook, and this is like different tasks to do collage for. So it's a good one. It is good. And he also, I don't know if he's still doing it, but I was on his email list for years, and up till even a year or two ago, he had online classes. I didn't take any of them, but I knew that he was having them. He had his classes. You can probably follow him. Let me just look him up on Facebook, see if he's got a group or something. Because we like to know these things. Randall. You glad you bought the one yesterday? How much did you get it for? Did you get a used one, Colleen? Did you get a used one for $10 or $12? Let's see what Colleen says. Okay, let's see. Okay, Collage Collective Co. So he does have Collage Collective. So that's the name of his group. I'm not in it, but that's the name of it. So if you like what I'm showing you, and you might want to take a class with it. Okay, here, this was March 1st. I'm excited about the next online collage workshop, masterclass in collage. So I don't know when his next one. So that was in March. So that obviously that one's over. So I don't know when the next one will be. But yeah. And I haven't, let me look them up on IG. And I also got to look up who's done what do you call it? Prompt drawings. Hi, Angie. Hope you're healing up. You have the book already. You're saving money. Yeah. Let's see. Helen Morgan. Hello. Oh, you got it for new for $19. You must have bought the last one then. Colleen. Yeah. Score. All right. Let me look up Randall Plowman on IG. Hang on. Let's see. I clear out so many things. I got to clear my things out there. Okay. Let's see. Randall Plowman. There's a bunch of people posting with the hashtag with him. Up there, is that him? Yeah, that's him. Okay. When was his last post? 6 days ago. Okay. So and then before that it was May 12th. So he does post. I'll follow him. I didn't know I didn't follow him. I'll follow him now. But yeah, so he does have an IG. R Plowman. And then he has his rplowmanstudios.com. So he's probably more on his website than anything. But yeah. All right, now let me go over here and look who's done any. Oh, Debbie, I like that. I like that border, Debbie. That's a cool border. And let's see. There are all kinds of messages and notes and Let's see. Devin sent me something. It's not hardly loading. White cat. Oh, what do they do? What did they put on there? An egg? Was that an egg on the cat? Oh my gosh. Looks like Malibu. Sunny side up for cats. Oh my gosh. Devin. All right, let's see. That's funny. All right, let me go look up Terry Brett. Okay, so she did a lot of I showed y'all the little monsters that she did based off of, or maybe I did. Did I show? She did the little monsters based off of Janet's stream on Monday. She did some of those, and then let's see what she. Oh, here we go. Prompts: plaid, black bear, and crab. Let's see what the crab's saying. Do I look like a flippin' salmon? The bear's going after the crab. And lunch, yeah, lunch. And the crab is saying, do I look like a flippin' salmon? That's good. That's good, Terry. And let's see. Oh, here's another one. And then this one, the prompts on it. Oh, she pulled the prompts with Kyla Give Hands prompts. Cut 3 to 5 black and white images, glue down, add a layer of tissue paper, add cut shapes from random papers, and then doodle, draw, and stamp on top. I had a matchstick. Oh, that was the matchstick prompt, which was to also had a matchstick prompt, which was to do something with your hand you usually use a machine for. So I tore some paper instead of using scissors. That's cool. Small steps are still progress. I like that, Terry. There you go. I hear you, baby. I hear you. Very cool, Terry. Very cool. Oh, it's an orange. It looked like a fried egg. Oh, it's an orange. They put the orange on the cat to make it look like a fried egg. Okay, Devin, I got you. All right. And yeah, we got to get down, baby. Sorry. Mama can only do 10 things at once, not 11. There's Kathy Berg. Hi, Kathy. I showed my collage. He signed it this way, but I set it on a shelf this way. But there's my Randall Plowman piece that I bought back in the day. And I also did a flip of the little calendar. I'm not flipping through this again because it was kind of a pain with the chains, but they're all birds, his 2023 calendar. So I bought those back in 2012. Let's see. What else? Who else? Hi, Canadian Carol. Jane, Gabrielle. Anybody else I missed coming in? Okay, so let's see. Do I have any more messages on? Maybe I'm sorry. You got to get down. I know you think I'm talking to you, but I can't. You've been up here all morning. Okay, so I'm not sure if anybody else. Let me see if I was tagged by anybody else. I'm not seeing any more tags. Did anybody else give me what do you call it? One of the prompts? I'm not seeing any. Oh, Linda Rentz. Linda Rentz did watercolor collage using prompts from granddaughter. Okay, so and prompts from me, I think. Well, she did. She just tagged me. But her granddaughter apparently gave her prompts: flowers, vintage, and books. So there's Linda Rentz did one: flowers, vintage, and books. Very nice, Linda. Don't think I've seen Linda in here this morning. Ann Makes. Okay, Ann, what's your IG name? Is it Ann Makes? Ann, I think I always have trouble finding you. Ann Makes for some reason. Yeah. doesn't come up under Ann Makes. So you'll have to tell me your IG name again. Sorry, guys, I don't have all your names memorized. I don't have them all memorized. Let's see. I did one. Oh, Christopher. Oh, that's right. Christopher, I think I did see yours. Let's go back to Christopher. And Christopher streams Monday through Friday. He's a Canadian artist, comic artist, and he does one-page comics, and he'll take suggestions. Let's see. All right, I see. I see the one with Gary. You did the one with Gary, the dinosaurs versus Mars. But I'm hoping I get my comics today. I hope. So go look at. It's hard to read them on IG because I have to pinch and grab them, and then they go fuzzy. So you need to go over to Christopher_Runciman_Canada and see all his one page. I saw maybe I didn't see this one because I didn't like it. So I mean, I didn't hit the like button, so maybe I didn't see this one. I'm not sure if this is the one you're talking about. Yeah, y'all go over there and look at Christopher's work. And yeah, there's the one with the genome and the gnome. That was a good one, Christopher. And he streams at 2 p.m. Eastern every Monday through Friday. Okay, let's see. Hang on, Anna. Ask 93. Okay, ask 93 and makes. Okay. Oh, so your cat watching. Okay, your cat was sitting there on your desk while you were watching me. It's a cute cat. Cute cat. Looking. Thank you, Tina. There's Christopher's IG. Thanks, Tina. So yeah, he streams every Monday through Friday. Hi, Arlene. Arlene, have you made any more 3Ds lately? Arlene makes 3D dolls and dimensional dolls and different things. My cat is still like circling me. She wants up here so bad. Let's see. Let me go look for Arlene. No, she hadn't. The last thing I saw that she made was that was a couple years ago. She made a birdhouse, flower birdhouse. She said she made that a couple years ago. So yeah, y'all follow Arlene too. Okay, so let's go look at the rest of this book, How to Get Started and Stay Inspired. This came out in 2012. So his book came out in 2012. I've got to go turn my air up. It's getting cold in here, guys. It blows right on me. Hang on. Okay. Let's see. Bria. Who else am I seeing? Joelle. Hey, Joelle. How y'all doing? Okay, so he broke it down into 50 creativity exercises. He talks about the tools and all this, the usual supplies that you might consider or need. He did originate. Put a bird on it. So I'll just read you some of the creativity exercises and we'll do a little flip. So 5-minute collages, white out, like white out, like typing white out, black and white, color charge, color plunge, image pairing, stripes, reassemble, squares and rectangles, decollage, numbers, typography, secret message, stamps, old books, upside down, finger paint, tissue paper, cardboard, maps. Goes on and on and on. Recycle, birds, dreams. So let's see, just kind of skim through them here. Past, present, and future, self-portrait. So let me just do a little flip. So of course, all the kind of supplies that you would need. And of course, I don't use Mod Podge. I use golden matte medium. I don't like Mod Podge. I guess Mod Podge would be okay if you were going to just do a piece that was not going to be touching anything. I'd never recommend Mod Podge in any kind of art journals or any kind of books where you're going to close the book. I always have it stick. Well, I've had it stick, so I quit using it. I don't own any anymore. But maybe they've changed the formula. But anyway, there's matte medium. So it's just got its different, paints and Neocolors and Neocolor 2. If y'all ever buy Neocolors, you need to make sure if you want water-soluble ones, you have to get the Neocolor 2. The Neocolor 1 are just like crayons. They're waxy. Neocolor 2 dissolve with water. So if you ever bought any of the Neocolor 2s, make sure you get the 2. Otherwise, hi, Janice. Otherwise, they're not going to dissolve in water. All right, so getting started, gathering imagery, where to get it, secondhand stores, libraries, daily walks, decorative papers, finding imagery online, like Catherine Anderson on Facebook, Amazon. Her books, she puts them out for you to use in Collage. Storing, he's got his like in these bins. I moved on from drawers, bins, back to drawers, back to bins, unorganized. They were just in big bins. And then since then, I've moved on to these. This is what I use now, are these snappable little, and I kind of have them sorted by things, but not, not exclusively. Like I got all my little Timmy people in one, and, I've got them kind of organized. I got watches and clocks, and I've got a couple, 2 or 3 of those. But so that just works best for me. And then they're on shelves, and I can kind of flip through them, pull them out, and look at them, and stick them back in the shelf. Bins didn't work for me. Neither did drawers. Drawers organized by color, type, theme. I tried all that. It just didn't work for me. Have you used retarder for keeping paints wet? I don't really want to keep my paints wet. I do have some. I got some of that paint. Yeah, I have some. I don't remember who it's by right now, Joelle. But what are you wanting to do? Why do you want to keep your paints wet? You'll have to give me more of a process of what are you asking me? I mean, what project are you doing that you want to keep your paints wet? I got a heat tool to dry mine faster. So, and I don't do oils. I don't do acrylics where I need to keep things wet. So tell me what you're working on, Joelle. I'll kind of wait for your answer here. Hi, Jim. Good to see you. Jim Lujan's another one of those awesome comic, well, he's an animator, but he does, let me see, where's his cup? Here, I bought one of those cups because I liked it. So here's some of Jim's characters, and he's working on a new animation right now. So if you follow him, I think about maybe once, are you doing it every 2 weeks, Jim? Or are you doing it every week? Where you talk about your progress. So if y'all are interested in animation and comics and animation, and Jim has the best sense of humor. He is a hoot. I'm telling you. Jim is a hoot. So y'all need to go follow Jim. Oh. So let's see. Scrolling. Put it in caps, guys, if you're talking to me. Because I scroll, it goes by really fast. Just went on drawing time on canvas. You're painting a cap border with acrylics. Okay. Well, if you wanted to, yeah, you can buy it. There's extenders. There's different extenders. Golden has them. Liquitex, they probably all have them. But you're proud to hold my pens. I love my cups that I bought, and I got one from Gary too. I got a Gary Hodges, Mars Dinosaur versus Mars. But here's one of Gary's. I'm waiting on my Gary comics. I had the first two, and I'm waiting on the third one. I bought two of them. So, but this is one of Gary's cups, and y'all can follow Gary too. Let's see. Okay, Janet's putting links to Devin's channel. Let's see, what else am I missing? Let's see. Okay, so let me continue on here, flipping through this book. So I posted it. It's going to be hard to see because it's in the glass. But I did post my newest frame collage. Here's my newest frame collage. You can see it. I did take pictures at an angle so you can see it. See the dimension of it. Right now you just see my camera. But anyway, this is my newest one. And it's on IG, so you can see it broke down. I think I'm gonna redo my signature though. I'm gonna paint that out. Stands out too much. I don't like my signature to be so stand out. I like it little. I like my signatures little. So I'll probably paint that out and redo the signature. But I really like the way that one turned out. And then here's another one of the. I think I showed this one last week. Another one of the little fairy houses based off, and I took one of my collages that you've seen in my stacks and repurposed some of my sketchbook art, well, not sketchbook, art journal pages, and repurposing them as backgrounds for my collage. Let's see. Hi, Ed back. Who else is here? Collages. Thank you, Linda. So, okay. So then he's talking about the creative process. Y'all want me to read a little bit? I don't want to read too much. I mean, even though you can't probably buy the book anymore, at least not. Colleen bought the last one at a reasonable price. 3 art. Yeah. No, I got my here's my Randall Plowman original I bought 10 years ago. Let's see. And she's right there wanting to come up. She's right down there. She thinks I'm talking to her. Look at the fur on it. Because I pet her with these. She's looking at me like, what? I see you, baby. I know you want up here, but you take up so much attention. All right, let's see. Elements of design, color, principles of design. So he goes a little bit into everything. Proportion, emphasis, unity, rhythm. He talks a little bit about everything here. The different rules of, laying out, picking out a focal point, layering, practicing on tracing paper, and he shows all his process here. It really is a good book. If you've never done collage, this is a good one. Oh my gosh. No, you can't go over there by the keyboard, baby. You can't go by the keyboard. Laser transfers, just different ways you can use different techniques in collage. Matting your work, building a home press. Of course, I put some books on it. Abe Books has one. Riri says Thrift Books might have them too. Used ones, but I didn't go look. 50 creativity exercises. This is what I was going to get to. Let's see what he says about the creativity process. For me, the creative process is a physical act. I realized early on that the more I thought about creating art, the less I did it. I still catch myself doing that sometimes. Ultimately, creating collage is an act of sitting down and staying open. 99% of inspiration is in your butt. I actually never need, he didn't say that. He didn't put that in here. I just said that. I actually never need an idea before I start. I let the materials inform me. I encourage you to do the same. Sit down, take a look at the materials in front of you, start moving the images around, let your materials interact. Eventually, the idea will take root and the story will unfold. And see, that's one of the things I like about having, and if y'all have, and I'll show you again, if y'all have art journals, which I'm sure everybody here has old art journals. Yes, Rachel, cloud passing through. Have old art journals. Take your old art journals, make you a viewfinder. Here, let me see. Oh, baby. Oh, you're just so much in my way today. Let's see. Do I have one made handy? Let's see. I have a half of one. Do I have a whole? I do have a viewfinder handy. Hang on. So you can just make a viewfinder with two pieces of, well, just take a piece of paper and cut it into two L's, and you have a viewfinder, right? So take your old art. You're so in my way. Oh, you just don't know. Let's slide you on over. There you go. Slide over there. So these are old pages, and I showed this on Monday. These are old pages from my art journals that I didn't like all of it, but I like parts of it. So you can take, let me get past the ones that are finished. These three right here on top are done. So this one's almost done. This one's almost done. So I'm trying to find some that are more, this one's kind of, I see I've already done the viewfinder with all these. So it's kind of hard for me to say, okay, well now I want to viewfind these, but I know I can't lock her out either because then she just claws at the door. So I just have to keep pushing her down till she gets tired of jumping up. But I mean, I love having her up here, but sometimes I'm trying to do things to show you guys and she's in the way, let's just face it. So you can make one of these and you can do it outside, inside. You can do it around a magazine image, anything. And then you just, you can find different parts that you like you might just like that. See, I've already done it with this. I like this part. That's what I cut down. So this was a full page in one of my art journals that I cut down and just put it on a piece of white paper because then it frames it and you can see things better in it. So you can take your old art journals and do this to them. And even if you just do it just to see, just do it as a test. Make you a little viewfinder and just go into your art journals and do this on all your pages. And just go in there and look. Just go in there and look. Excuse me, Malibu. Slide it. Her little cheek is right there. Look, there's her ears. So, but anyway, so some of these I'll use as backgrounds if they're big enough to use as a background in my, in the little framed collages, right? So let me just flip through one again. I've already viewfounded all these. So, but you can just do, see how it changes every time you move it. So do this test with your own old art journal pages. That you don't think, well, what am I do that? I don't like that. I just don't like it. Well, viewfind it. Here's one that this is kind of a hodgepodge of stuff, but you can, see how you can change the shape of the piece and pick out things that you might like. So put it in caps if you're talking to me. You're making a viewfinder, Anna. Okay. Like this is the kind of stuff that I like for a background. Maybe just a little bit of a frog peeking through. See? I think y'all get the idea, right? So these are just all in different stages. And especially if you got a, bunch like this, which I do have, you can really narrow it down. Like right here, I really like that. It reminds me of like Easter Island heads, like all, jammed up on a hill. See? I like that right there with a little bit of sky. All right, why is I think the camera doesn't like the black viewfinder. So some of these I'll use as backgrounds in my, backgrounds in my little frame things and make them dimensional. Like I like this would make a good one, like an undersea one. I might pull that and do that one later. Front page is great. Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. Well, these I want to use in collages. I really won't put these I've taken out of journals. So I won't end up putting these back in journals. I'll either make, just continue the collage process on this sheet, or I will take it off because they're just taped down, or I'll take them off and put them in a frame and make them some of those dimensional ones that I've been doing. And I've been watching, I've been buying the frames when they're 50% off. So, because they're not cheap. So, like this one would be a good one too. That would be a good background in one of the collages. I said I wasn't going to flip through all these, and here I am flipping through all of them. That's another good undersea one. And they're mixed media. So a lot of them are paint, well, almost they all are. They all have paint on them. So they've been paint and collage. And so if there's anything I don't like or anything I want to expand on, I just paint it in. Thanks, Tori. We'll go back to Randall's thing here in just a minute. Right, here's another good one that might look. But you see how you can play with it? I like that. I don't really like things too centered. Sometimes it needs to be, but sometimes. I flipped through. Thanks, Devin. I've flipped through these many times over the months. But again, this one would be a good one too. But although the astronaut's already there, maybe I'll pull it. Love this one. I just really like this one. Where it's going. This one too. I'm thinking, should I pull that? I might pull that one. This one I started working a little further on with the watch hands. Y'all know I love me some elements of time and putting my watch hands in things. This one I really like too. Oh, look, it looks like D versus M. I got to pull this one. Okay, and this one, I like this one too. It hasn't gone very far, but I like that one. Oh, she's getting tired of this paper bumping up against her. She jumped off. I like that one. Let's see. But you get the point with the little viewfinder thing. It's just two pieces of black paper. This would be a good background start too. Instead of doing fairy houses, do mermaids. So these are all different ones in different stages of process. Oh, I like this one too. I forgot about this one. I really like this one. So now I've already pulled about 8 of them. This one, this one finished. I did this one for William Shatner when he went up on when he went into space. And I did tweet it to him. And he did not answer me on this one. He's answered me before on other things, but he didn't answer me on this one. But this was supposed to be, look, old school William Shatner's old school telephone. So this one I did this one for Bill. This one was done for Bill. 2021. I'll pull it out. And then just different ones. These are all just kind of starters here. They don't have much done on them. So yeah. But you know, you'd be surprised at who will talk to you online if you're nice to them and just talk to them. You know? So yeah, so I pulled, let me pull those other ones that are finished. Put those on the top. This one's done, I posted. This one's done, I posted. This one's done, but I don't know that I posted that one. So these are some of the ones that are finished. Okay, so my point is go through your old art journals and you know what? I should have done this then. Here's some old ones here, just to kind of give you more of an idea. Wait a minute, let's move these out of the way. So here, I won't go through all. I keep saying I won't go through them all, and then I go through things. So these are different sheets out of my journals that I've just pulled. Different pieces out of old art journals that I've not decided on the haven't decided on the viewfinder. See? And then what I would do is once you find some part you like, then take a pencil and at least make marks. Make marks around the. This is my move to room, and I think I left my. Oh, there's one. I usually leave pencils and pens in different parts of the house. But once you find an area you like right there, I know that's a fish. But if you do this, you don't know that was a fish. It could have been something else, right? So let's just do this, and then what you do is you just make a couple marks where you can see the pencil, and then take your ruler and mark it out with the ruler and cut it down. Okay, I gotta fix this lighting. Let's see here. It's once that black. Let's see. The black this is making it freak out. But anyway, so if you have a bunch of old art journal pages that you don't like, and see, most of them are front and back. Take your viewfinder. Did this help anybody? Okay, so this is a whole pile of ones that I have to still cut down. And put do something with. This one was I actually had this one posted. This was from 2011. This one I called Axis, but I also have another one that has like blood. It's like blood platelets close up. Anyway, we won't get into all the meanings of everything. Okay, so I'll put that back up on the shelf. So I did pull a few that I can work with later. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to Randall Plowman's book, and now we got the light back again. Hi, Janet Nash. All right. So to some of the exercise. Oh wait, did I finish what I wanted to read on the creativity process? Have you? So he says, for any given collage, I start by sifting through my boxes of paper and imagery. As I look through these boxes, I start to sort out little piles of paper that I like. And I do that sometimes as well. I've got a couple different, I got some piles here with some of the doors and stuff that I've been doing with the fairy houses. And then I got some more doors and stuff here because I was doing the little fairy houses, right? So I have these kind of pulled for that purpose. But when I do these kind of things, then I can go through just collage stuff. And if something kind of speaks to you, then pull it and just start, imagining what it could be. But don't let, if you don't think you can complete something when you're just looking at it, well, I don't know where that's going, I don't, just make a bunch of them, just make a bunch, and you don't know, you don't have to do it right then, like right here, I know I'm going to want some kind of a clock watch here going to the spaceship and to the dinosaur, all about the time. But so pull stuff and try, like he is saying. I'm drawn to. Next, I start gluing things down. I'm not too worried about adding anything at this point. As the work progresses, I have to start making more careful decisions. And again, I'm not sure how much, paint he adds to his stuff. But y'all know in my mixed media, they all have paint. Everything has paint in it. But there's a lot of collage artists that are, I hate to use the word purist, but they don't they just use cut out paper. They're like a purist collage where it's just cut paper. And if they want to hide something or tuck something, then they're cutting it. They're not trying to cover or remake something with paint. And I'm all about the paint. I'm all about the paint. Oh, let's see. Am I missing? If y'all have questions, put it in caps. I'm not seeing anything in caps, so I'm guessing y'all don't have any questions or anything. I'm scrolling. I don't see anything in caps. So put it in caps if you want me to see it, or that you're talking to me. Not that you want me to see it. I do go back and scrub through my chat later. I watch it on mute and just scrub through and see if there's new people or anything I missed. So I can get through it kind of quick. But if you have a question or comment to me, put it in caps. Thank you, guys. And thanks to the lurkers. Oh, and by the way, last Monday, 2 days ago, I was waiting for the mailman because I was thinking that Sabrina's fabric was going to be here. It did not come on Monday or Tuesday. So maybe it'll come today because I want to do a giveaway. She also posted on her YouTube channel where she's making, I bought some of the tapestry fabrics. Let me go over here and find her. Hang on. I'll go over here on my phone. I guess I could do it on my iPad. Oh, well. Amore fabric. Okay. And her last video. Let me get past the ad here. So if you go over to Sabrina, Amore Fabrique, come on, load up. Why is it so slow in here? Here it goes.
Here to show you guys the how to make that Mother's Day journal that I made. That was a prayer journal for my mother.
With her tapestry fabrics. So she's making journals with the tapestry fabrics.
Give you guys only the measurements for each fabric that you need, but to do the step-by-step on how I did it.
And let me just scrub over here.
Don't forget.
So she's sewing, now if I sew anything, it'll probably just be, stitching by hand.
I just kind of let that machine,
but anyway, she sells all the fabrics that she's using there. So I bought some of that tapestry fabric and I was going to give some away when it gets here, whenever it gets here. So it should be maybe be here today, but will it be here before the end of the stream? I don't know. Okay, so back to here. See, we're all over the place. Get inspired by the images that excite you and see what happens. If you don't like something you've done, cover it up with another layer or peel it off or cut it out and start again. There's no exact science to collage making, and that is so true. The good news is you'll probably learn as much by your mistakes, and you might uncover a new way of working or a surprising solution to the process. So he to inspire you to try things. That's why he did these 50 different projects for you. Okay, creativity exercises. Question from Monday. I'll ask it again, Missy. Am I going to remember what question you asked me on the end of Monday? No. Ask me again, Missy, in caps. Ask me again. Hi, Big Five Flaw, Raj. Raj on the road. You still on the road, Raj? Hi, Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society. Anybody else coming in I missed? Yeah, ask it again, Missy. Sorry. Jane, my life's been a tapestry of rich and royal hues. Oh, so you could put that in a quote in or some is that a quote from somebody? Jane. I asked if they were all poster board that you started with. Oh, you mean those big journals? Yes. Those big journals I showed on Monday? Yes. They're a poster board thickness. Yeah. Doesn't have to be poster board. You can, if you have a Bristol board, but it's cheaper. Poster board's cheaper than Bristol board, but you could do Bristol board. It's probably I'd say 90, well, maybe 110 weight. It's cardstock weight. And it's, the thing about the poster boards is those books are big. So they're cheap and big to make. Okay, so let's see here. 5-minute collages. These are 3x5. And so, if you want to make little cards, y'all know I've made lots of art cards. I won't pull them all out. Most of y'all have seen them, or go back and look at my playlist. Okay, let's see. Whiteout. I think this is where he's using a lot of negative space. So, and then he gives you like little, let's just read this color charge one. Experiment with applying color to a collage that's primarily black and white. A few subtle strokes and bright marks can make a subdued collage really pop. In breath, that's where he has this, where he has the word breath on here. That's the title of this one. I use watercolor crayon to add another layer to the collage. They work great for both opaque and transparent color. See page 17. And that's where he's using the what do you call it? The crayon, Neo 2s, the Neo Color 2 crayons that are water soluble. My thing about using, and it just depends on how in depth you're going to make your piece, right? The thing for me about using any kind of water soluble collage or water soluble materials is then you can't go over them with something else because you're just going to smear it. I mean, you can spray it, you can fixative it, you can do some other things to it. But when I'm in my big, in my process, I should pull out some of my big collages. Let me see if I can get to them easy enough. If you use water soluble, or if you plan it out well enough, then you can use water soluble materials. Like right now, let's just say he's got this piece sitting in front of him, and he wants to do maybe some blue background behind them. He can't just take blue and start going over this. That'll make purple. That'll smear. You see what I'm saying? Well, maybe that's a good thing, and maybe he works with that, because a lot of times when you're mixing things and doing things, you can work with the process. But just be aware that if you use anything that's water soluble, watercolor, watercolor crayons, water-based markers, anything water soluble, that you can't just start willy-nilly going over the top of it with other things, because you're going to it'll smear, right? So just be aware of that. Color plunge. Choose a color and make a monochromatic collage using various shades of that color only or mostly. Why stop there? Try making a collage for every color in the rainbow. This is a great exercise to explore the power of color and how you can integrate it into your work. And then he says, for more information on supplies, turn to page 26, where that's the supplies that he uses, and he talks about color. But you can see here how he's done different collages. And I'm not sure what size these are. A lot of times he was doing these small, like 4x6, 5x5. He was doing these small ones. So I'm not sure how big these are. He might say somewhere else. But his collages are usually pretty small. I haven't seen him done huge ones. So, but let me see if I can get at it. Hang on. Let me move a couple things. So you can do all, and I know y'all that have been around seen. I got to get in the closet. So I have to move my fan, my standing fan. Hang on. Okay, so. Get around here. Okay. So this is one of the things that Denise goes, you gotta do something with it. It's hard to sell a poster. You'd have to make but I love making the posters, but I don't really do a lot with my posters compared to what I do with my cards, my postcard size. And now I'm doing the little frame pieces and things. But so to show you, I'll pull them out here so you can see. So these are, huge. They're posters. They're like 26 by 30, thereabouts. And again, this is kind of like, post, what do you call it? Weight. Poster board weight paper. So, but like this one right here is my painted lemurs, painted the boxes, and then all the circus characters are collage. And of course, the background's painted. Let me see if I can tilt. I'm trying to get the glare out. Let me see. Maybe I just got to shut down the brightness a little more. There we go. So these are some of my favorite things to do, but to try to do them, and I've done a lot of these on stream. If you go back in my collage playlist, a lot of these are done on stream. This one was from 2018. But they're hard to finish in 3 hours. So some of these, I think I even stayed longer. I might have stayed, 5 or 6 hours to do these. The big boys. Yes. Julie. I know, right? Oh my gosh. At first glance, it seems lemurs. But anyway, so what I started doing is, I think I had painting lemurs in mind. And then I don't know at the time why the circus things came into the conversation. But I just thought that would be a good idea to have my circus guys going through it's a constellation. It's a constellation of circus performers. Oh my God. Let's see. Let me get some of my older ones first. I'll show you some. And I know most of y'all have seen these before. So, of course, there's my peace sloth. And so, he's all painted, hands painted. But then there's a few collage things like this, a couple of the flowers. And then I paint over this one. I think I did this is one of my early ones. I don't think I did that on stream. But let me pull some of my... do I have any of the older ones? Yeah, here we go. Here's some of more of my... These are from 2012, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, there's my... let me move this because there's my Space Odyssey. And our Lisa Scott, who has passed away, she's the one that named this one. This was on the cover of a magazine, my Space Odyssey. And then here's one of my other foxes and just different ones. These are older ones, right? These are older ones. And then this one I just did last year. This is one I did last year with the doors. So there's the 3 doors. And where this little person in the shell riding the waves is going to end up, I don't know. Let's try and get the doors open. The sloth. That's cool. Yeah, I did make a print of the sloth. I did make a print of the sloth. I thought I sent you one, Debbie. I didn't send you a print of the sloth. So, but anyway, this one I really like. But you know, this kind of thing you can't really make prints or do much with because the doors open and close, right? All right. So then this one, I'm just trying to show y'all different things to do with collage, and then maybe we'll get on to making something. This I bought. It was a one of those paintings that are in thrift stores. It's like a print. It's a print of a ship in a frame at the thrift store. So I got it for a couple dollars, and I remade it. So the only original thing here, well, is the ship. You know, I painted the water, the sky, put my little astronauts working, and you know, but this was a one of those thrift prints, you know, at the thrift store. So I got different things going on here. But so I really like that one. Oh, I sent a lemur. Okay, well I thought I sent you a print of the sloth too. Okay, let's see. Well, this is the lemur. This is my lemur has landed. This is the one that I use in my header, in my YouTube header, right here. This right here is my YouTube header, right there. So this is my lemur has landed. And again, it's a combo, mixed media. I paint the animals and then add different collage stuff. But I really do like doing the animals, painting the animals myself and then collaging with it, you know. This one was, I don't remember how I started with this one, but that one. Guys, I try to keep them semi, so I don't get them all bent up. These are newer. Let me get to those. All right, this one I made into a print a couple years ago. This was from 2020. And I did this one. I painted the bird, painted the snake, well, the chopped off snake. And then what's collage here? The little planets, this, everything else is painted. But this one was from a print. I think Hobby Lobby had clearance these out, and it was a print of Big Ben. And so I turned it into this. So the only thing original on here is this. Everything else is added to it. The Japanese waves, the door, everything else was added. So this one I call my time wrangler. There's my time wrangler. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Notice the lemur. Yeah, I made a print. This is a different one. This is one that I still have the thing here. Let's see if I got them up here. I showed it on. Yeah, this one. So this one is this lemur here that I turned into stickers, and they're on clear stickers though. They're on a clear sticker. So if you peel it off, it's a clear sticker. So anything that's white is going to be clear. So you can, doesn't show up as well on camera like this. I thought it might show up better. So that's why I kind of wanted that one there. But anyway, so this is the sticker that I made from this guy. So, let's see. So yeah, this is my time wrangler. I don't know, y'all bored seeing the same ones again? Let's see here. These are this one's in progress. This one's not done. This one's even larger. Let's see, how big is this one? I think this one is 36 by 28 or something. This one's bigger. So this one's a lot bigger. But so you can see how this, I might just keep it unfinished because it shows the process. So like, for instance, some of the planet things that up here, these are a bunch of marbles. Or see how the torn paper, and I always tell y'all, if you use torn paper, you can cover that, because I use mixed media, I use paint. Paint will cover up all the torn edges. Whereas if you have a cut edge, if you cut it out, like right here where I cut Abraham's down to put him in the stamp coming out right there. If I try to paint him in, that line will show. That harsh line will show. Whereas if it's a torn edge, when I go to paint it in, that will almost disappear. Okay. So you can see it's all in different progress. See, this has not been painted in yet. That's not been painted in. This might become a door or a portal or a pathway. So its paint really does make it cohesive in my collages. All right, let's see here. This one's done. Did this one in 2020. And they're a little rolled up because they're sitting on top of each other. So let's see if I can kind of tilt it. There we go. So that one's, this one's done. And I just love creating worlds that you have to imagine that you're in, So that's what I like doing. I like world building. Teacher voice. Yeah, Rachel. I really like this one too. This one's done. I did this one in 2019. And again, it wants to flash out make it too bright. Let's turn down the brightness some so you can see the color, because it wants to flash out. Like that's pure black, but you can't really tell because of the light coming through the window. So water. There we go. That's a little better. You can see the colors a little better. And these are, these big ones are like 36 by 25 or something. All right, so there's this one. This one's got a big waterfall getting ready to crash over. I like this one a lot. I can just sit here and stare at it and imagine a world. I could build a whole story out of this. And in my head, I have. I mean, there's a whole lot going on in this world here. I could just sit here and look at it for a while. But, yeah. Let's see. Here's an undersea one. There's an undersea world. Thanks, Tina. So here's an undersea. I've got a little robot guy down here. Little robot guy walking on the little rock path there. And if you kind of imagine, y'all remember in Planet of the Apes at the end when Charlton Heston was on the beach with the girl on the horse, and they saw the Statue of Liberty sticking out of the sand, and so everything was, New York was gone, and the Statue of Liberty was sticking. Y'all remember that? See, that was a collage. That's one of my. I could imagine that being one of my collages. Maybe I should do that sometime. Do my own version of the Planet of the Apes with the beach and the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, maybe I'll do that sometime. Okay, Got a couple more here. I got two more. This one I kind of think of as, well, in my head I named it like the Fall of Babylon, but it could be any leftovers from a battle, a war in a world, the War of the Worlds in some world. So this is the leftovers of some kind of a battle here. Yes, her name was Nova. That's right, sister. Her name was Nova, the girl. Yeah. So that one. I really like it because I like the minimalist of the colors in this one. I do tell so many stories with my collages, Terry. That's it. I can do that. And anybody can tell a story with their collages. All right, the last one I have here is my Garden of Eden. So this was the Garden of Eden. And the Garden of Eden here, that's where death entered the earth. So there's the Garden of Eden. There's a snake there, and death. That's where death, the door of death, was opened on the earth. So yeah. So there's my Garden of Eden. This one took me a minute. There's a lot of layering of leaves and stuff in this one. Hi, Lena. So yeah, what other ideas could be done besides creating a world? What would you? All right. We're gonna take a minute. We're gonna take a minute. All right, I'm gonna put these back in the closet. We're gonna go on that. We're gonna go on. We're gonna make Leona think today. But anyway, those are just some of the ones that I have here. Those are my, some of my biggest collages. I have other ones here, trust me. I got this one that I never finished, but I think I started doing this for Inktober a few years ago. So Cameron had found, I guess it's a deer skull. So I drew the deer skull, at least this part of it, and I was working on making a little astronaut. This is a spaceship, and the astronaut is driving, and you can see him through the eye. But I didn't finish this one, but I did enjoy doing the inking. So I did do the inking on the looking down on the skull, and then this is the side view. All right, let me see if I can put my fan back here. The fan sits in front of the door, so I have to move it when I want to get in the closet. Slide everything back. There we go. Okay. All right, and then we'll continue to look at Randall Plowman too. All right, let me move my. I always have to keep making new ones of my viewfinders every time I talk about it on the show, and I never can find them. So I keep them now. I keep them in a certain spot where I can remember where they are. And yeah, let's see. Let's get some scratch paper here. All right, so Leona. Oh, I need something bigger than that. That's not going to work. I gotta have some big paper. Here we go. All righty. All right, now I can lighten it back up again because now it's going to go dark because of the white paper. There we go. So let's make a plan for Leona. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to play along. You don't have to play along if you don't want to. All right. So I like to build, I like to build worlds, right? That's just what I like to do. Of course, then I also like to paint my own animals. And so I'm just going to put a couple of what I like to do over here. Oh, let's zoom in. Hang on. There we go. And I need to do it. I should do it in Let's do it in a Sharpie so y'all can see it. Hi, CB. Hi, Lena. Anybody else I missed? Okay, so you said, what else could you do besides build a world? So if you were going to make a collage, just sit for a second. We're going to make Leona just chill. What kind of a collage, what do you envision? Just a theme or something. Just give me a start. Give me a starting point. Give me a starting point. It doesn't have to be a world. Just what would, if you could do any kind of a collage, what would it be? A water theme world comes to you. That's what you're thinking, Jen. Yeah. And again, y'all have seen me make in our Society of Idea Collectors. If y'all want more ideas on listing, mind mapping, and all that, go look at my society. Go look at this playlist. Okay, go look at the Society of Idea playlist. All right, let's see here. I'm going to wait and see. Collage class 101. Well, I don't know about that, but I'm going to try to give you some ideas. Okay, Leona. Rachel, you're so funny. Just wait till Dee Dee slaps that ruler on the desk. Okay, so you like portals. Okay, so you have a portal, so you can either do portals. All right, so how else could you just do a portal? It could be a door, because I do this. I do portals and doors, right? Which is you're getting into a world now. You're getting in, you said something other than a world. In my mind, this is going to be worlds. All right, but we're gonna start with this. Windows, arches. All right. Anybody else want to talk about how you could see a portal? You could just have like clouds, like just clouds, clouds, fog, mist. Okay. That could be the portal like that. Anybody else got any? Yes. Well, and all right, going back to this playlist over here, we have done that. We have done lists of different kind of places, and we just did it not too long ago. I can't tell you which one, but I guess I could pull out one of my books and see if I can find it for you. But you have underground. Let me just try to get some of them here. You have space. You have undersea. You can have forests, like now I'm doing the forest, the little fairy houses, they're in a forest. You could have mountain area in a mountain area. I'm just trying to think of them off the top of my head. I have a whole list of probably 50 different places. So this would go under places. And y'all know that I talk about in our Society of Idea Collectors, when you first want to start out, lists are the easiest thing. And if you do list, you can do person, which is anything living. Okay. Hang on, Leona. We're not finished with you yet. Person, place, and that can be anything from Paris to the living room to a forest. Here's our places over here. All right. So it can be any place and thing. Okay. Now I also add a couple other things. Sometimes I'll add an occupation and transportation. And I like to bullet journal them. I like to put dots. Transportation. Okay. So right here, this is enough for you to do anything. If you follow this, you can do anything. Okay. So finish, and this is anybody that wants to do this. We've done this for, we've done all these kind of things over the years, right? A sign that says portal this way. Could do that, but I'm talking about the entrance. Okay, so let's just write entrance. Okay. Did I miss any? Put it in caps if you're talking to me, because I'll miss it. Okay, so we had the portal could be like a foggy, misty cloud like you see on the old like, what's that show? Time Tunnel? Time Tunnel? It's on Sunday mornings now. They have the old Time Tunnel show. The old show from Lee Merriweather from the 60s, and they have this foggy misty thing that they go through, and probably what's that other, the newer one, the star space, what is it called? I never really got into that one, but it also had, where you'd go in through the tunnel, we'll just write tunnel. Yes, the stone monoliths. That's like Outlander. Like on Outlander, they have the stone circles like that. The stone circles that you go through, and you go into, she goes back to, what is it, 1300s? I forget. I read them years ago when they came out, and I don't watch the series. I watched the first season of Outlander on Stars Network or whatever it was. I subscribed to it just to watch Outlander whenever it first came out. How many years ago was that? 8? I don't remember. But anyway, I watched the first one, and then the second season just got way too violent. Even though I read all the books, I knew what was going to happen, but I just didn't want to see it. So I unsubscribed. I've only watched the first season of Outlander and the first episode of the second season. After that, I read the books. I know what happens. Okay, so yeah. Stargate. Thank you, Leona. That was it. Stargate. That shows Stargate. I mean, I've seen excerpts of it, but I never really got into watching Stargate. Okay, so you have portals, doors, windows, arches, clouds, fog. It's a tunnel. And then, so anyway, a place can be anything. It can be a city, your town. Okay, it can be your town. Are you thinking are you writing? You have a pencil and paper, Leona? So Leona did say a portal. Okay, so if you got to make some lists. Okay, so lists. All right, now I'm not going to make an extensive one because y'all can make your own. And I recommend, and always have recommended, that you make your own list. Oh, and you can also choose a color if you want to narrow down a color. I always recommend that you make your own list before looking them up, right? So we have the person, and again, that's anything alive. It can be an animal, it can be a bug, it could be a butterfly, it could be a mouse, anything living, okay, is what I go by, a person. Okay, then a place, that can be any place that you can imagine, any place, and a thing, okay? So the thing is any inanimate object. Did I spell that right? Okay, in any inanimate object. Okay, and then I also recommend making transportation. You can do colors too, and let's make that bolder. Occupations. It's been a while since we've done this, but these are the kind of things that you want to keep. Either a traveler's. I recommend something bigger than a traveler's, but if I don't want to make people overwhelmed. A 3-ring, that's my favorite. I eventually get all my ideas into 3-ring notebooks. Okay, but they might start out on a Post-it, comp book. Just plain, just sheets of paper. As long as you got some kind of you can make a, let's just write sheets with cardboard. You can also buy portfolios, pretty and cheap. Cardboard cover, get some pieces of cardboard, tape the ends of the cardboard, and put your sheets in there and make your own Society of Idea Collector book. These are ways that you can collect. Okay, that's how you can do your collection. Keep that. What did Lena say? I missed what Lena said. Oh my gosh. Lena says, I carry a huge leather bag. Wait a minute, what'd she say? I carry a huge leather bag in the 80s. It could have been a portal. I've done that myself. I actually, well, I won't get into it too much, but I used to carry a pretty hefty bag. It was a leather bag too, and it was pretty hefty with books and all kinds of, things, supplies and stuff in it. Until, and I don't remember who it was that told me, but they saw me walking from the back. They saw me walking, and they said, "Dee Dee, what's wrong with your shoulders?" I carried that bag so much; it was so heavy. Now I was probably in my 20s when this happened. When somebody from work said you got a slump in your shoulder, I felt like hump. What hump? From Young Frankenstein. So don't carry, Lena. Don't do this, Lena. It's like carrying a bowling ball around until your shoulders start slumping. No, women got weak shoulders. Okay, so if you make your list of all these things, then I'll tell you what you can do. Let's just call this 1, 2, 3, and you'll have. I mean, I could make a whole. I could probably fill a comp book with each one of these. Try to do it yourself first before looking them up, because you'll find this kind of stuff online. Just go look up list of transportation. You'll find everything. You'll find everything from a bike to a subway to a cable car to roller skates. But try to think of any kind of way that you as transportation. Try to think it up yourself. Same thing for occupations. I could fill a whole comp book full of just occupations. You don't think there's that many till you start writing. Think of everything that everybody does and start making a list. All right, so we got 5 things here. So when you get you got your 5 lists. Now trust me, it's not all going to fit down here. But you got your 5 lists. Person, and then you can break this out too. So I have here anything living, but you can break this out to animals, insects, birds, fish, anything living. And you can make a list of all that. So think of every animal. You could have a whole list of animals, a whole list of all the insects, birds, fish, etc., etc. Same thing for places. You could have countries, you could have cities, you could have, the general place. But then you can go on to, do like the rooms in a house, a castle, mountains, the sea, just any place. So you can see how you can break these out into multiple subcategories, right? You gonna try this? Okay, see, you're already, I know those ideas are moving in your head. I know it, Leona. And see, that's another thing. When I give you all these 3 prompts, look at what Terry Brett, if y'all don't follow Terry Brett, go look at Terry Brett's, and I'm just using her because she does them all the time. And, this will give you half or more of some of these things. Like for instance, here, let me just pull 3. Let me pull 3. Teacher, gold, and a blank, and a fan. Okay. Teacher, gold, and a fan. All right. So this is kind of the same thing we're doing here. And this is just more involved, but you can make your own bag of tricks, if you will. You can make your own bag of, after you do this, after you make your list with all your animals, your insect, your bird, your fish, and anything else living, right? Place, same thing. Could be rooms, castle, the sea, the mountain, the country, anything, any place that you can imagine. You can say the forest, space, a different planet. Just keep going. Just for you could do this for an hour on each one and not even blink. Just start making a list. Don't even think about it. Just start writing. Just write all the places. And the same thing for things. And that's any inanimate object. Of course, you can break that down too. You could break it down to tools, toys, kitchen utensils, just anything. and look at your desk, art supplies, anything. So that's any inanimate object. All right. So now you've got those. Then transportation and occupation, same thing. So now you've got your 5 list with hundreds of things in each one. Okay. So you're going to have these lists with hundreds of things in each one. Now, what you do is you've got your list. Now, randomly pick, and you could do a random generator or just don't look, and you got all these different things. You might have, let's just start with 100 of each thing. You might have 100 of each of these things. Then just randomly pick 5 numbers. It might be 22, 19, 55, 4, and 11 or whatever. Okay. Now, that's the same kind of thing that we just did here. They're going to be random things. Okay. Are you paying attention, Leona? You got your listening ears on? Okay. So then you got your random 5 things. It might end up being, okay, it might end up being a maybe a red robin. It might be birds, if you have all one list of just living things, you might have them broke out, and you could pick an animal, insect, whatever. So let's just say you have a red robin in a place. Maybe you have it in space. And number 3 is a thing. Maybe he has, what did we just pick? What was it? One of those things that we just had? A gold, what was it? We had a gold something, a gold fan. So maybe it's a fan. And 4 is a transportation. Instead of a rocket ship, like I had that skull, I had the skull. Well, that probably wouldn't be in your transportation, in your list. That would be another thing. All right. So let's just say you have a streetcar. And number 5 is occupation. What's your occupation, Leona? If you don't want to say, just name an occupation. What would you like to be? Oh, there we go, Leona. Leona, what occupation? If you could have any occupation, what occupation would you have? Tell me the occupation of your dreams. Tell me the occupation of your dreams, Leona. Janet! No, Janet, that would be your occupation. Leona, what would your dream occupation be? Have you ever thought about something when you were a kid that you wanted to be? So when I was a kid, I either wanted to be a librarian, an archaeologist, or a spy. Yeah. That would be a good story. You could have a spy that is looks as P-A-ology, who does research in a library. This has probably already been done in Hollywood, but anyway. Okay, so there's a story right there. Now, if you take that story and break it down into visuals, okay. We'll do this. All right. So with no, Tori said Wonder Woman. Okay, Leona said interior decorator. Okay, so start by thinking of a story, whether you write down just a few ideas or whether you can keep them in your head. Most of the time, you're not going to be able to keep them in your head. You need to write down at least some what do you call it? Just some notes. Just write down some notes of a story. Okay. So you're an interior decorator. You are the interior decorator. You have in space. Maybe there's a space station. That you have to be the decorator for. Okay. Now you have to include a red robin, a fan, and a streetcar. Maybe there's 2 space stations and they're connected. Maybe they have a tunnel. Maybe there's a portal from one place to another, and it's some kind of a streetcar, maybe a style, more of a spacey looking streetcar that travels from space station to space station in a tunnel. I'm just making this up as I go along, guys. I'm just trying to show you how the thing kind of works, right? So maybe Red Robin is the restaurant. Red Robin, yum. Maybe Red Robin is at the space station. Fan. So anyway, you kind of get the idea of, base it on something. But if you start with this, now this is where the mind mapping comes in, okay? Now you can make some mind maps. You can make a spy, archaeology. Well, I'm doing this one because it's more in my wheelhouse. Although I was an interior, no, I wasn't an interior decorator, but I was a visual merchandiser for department stores. Archaeology, library. Okay, so that's enough for now. All right, so now you make you a mind map. And you think of everything that, all right, I'll let y'all play along. All right, time machine. Okay, could be a time machine. Yeah, see, there you go. You're on it now. But at the same time, Leona, you said you didn't want to build a world. So maybe you just want to build a space station. Just saying. Okay, y'all see how it's working? All right, so now everybody give me the first thing that y'all think about when you think of a spy. I know you're going to say 007. Well, that's how I started thinking about being a spy. I read, before I even knew that there were James Bond movies, I was reading Ian Fleming and those old spy books, paperback books that I could get at the library, little paperbacks on by Ian Fleming, and I can't remember the others. And the other things that I always read was sci-fi. I love sci-fi. I always read a lot of those books. But anyway, we're not going to get into science fiction right now. Okay. So let's just go back to see what everybody was saying. Rachel. Okay. So Terry Brad said the pin that's a camera pin. That's so we're just thinking of just whatever comes to y'all's mind when you think of a spy. All right, Tina's thinking magnifying glass. She's back in Sherlock days, more of a detective. Okay, so now then you can divide it up. Are you going to be a spy? Are you going to be a detective? All right, so this is how you can write a story. And the thing is, guys, you can write just notes, an outline. That was what I was trying to think of here a minute ago, an outline. You could just do an outline based on everything we've done, the list, and everything that we've talked about here, the occupations, the transportation, and then start mind mapping out the individual components. Okay, so mind map individual components. Okay. All right. So now let me see what I've got. Shoe phone. Okay. Now we're into Maxwell Smart. Okay. So shoe phone. Get Smart. Y'all remember Get Smart? Some of y'all probably aren't old enough to remember. Okay. Let's see. Trench coats. Okay. Let's see. Trench coat and dark glasses. Julie said, okay. Trench coat and dark glasses. So, the clothes of a spy. All right, let's see. Everybody likes shoe phone. Briefcase, sister said briefcase. All right, now think of 007 out here as a spy. We're almost more into detectiving now. So what y'all are talking about, y'all are more almost into detectives than spies. So we could almost branch this out as being a detective. Y'all have determined that you want to be a detective, not a spy. Okay. Spy's more undercover. You're probably not, you're probably not using your shoe phone. You might be swallowing a tracker. You might be swallowing a tracker to be, so, you could be found, but oh my gosh. Okay, Leanna's going, oh, get it now. Wow, don't know. Wait now. Wait now. Wait now. Wait now. Wait now. Okay, so all right, so we got the detective thing. All right, now. What was this? Is occupation? Where did I go? Oh, that's the occupation. This was the archaeology. That was the occupation. Okay, so now what do you think of when you think of a library? Okay, so now we're going to do library. We're going to do a couple of these just to get y'all in the mood. And then I have a person that thinks me like me in this area that does the same kind of thing like this. That I want you to go and look at his. I'll put a link to his because he just came out with this too, yesterday or day before. Anyway, I'll send y'all over to somebody's website or YouTube channel that talks about doing these things. Okay, I mean it is this really kind of standard stuff. You think about listing and mind mapping and stuff, but I'm going to send you over to somebody, make y'all think even more. We're going to think even more. Okay, so library, past due card. Well, I don't know if they do past due cards anymore. Now they probably just send you nasty grams on your phone. Ding, ding, ding. Past due notice. Notice. All right, of course, we have books. You're probably going to have a librarian. Okay. Students. Okay, so you're gonna have students in there. You'll probably have some researchers, but you have people. The point is you have people. Okay, you have people. More books. Terry, books. More books. Card catalog. Do they do card catalogs anymore? I'm not sure. Do they do card catalogs? Catalogs. Okay. Oh, thank you, Dar. What is she saying here? Dee, thank you for sharing your mind. Well, it's a scary place sometimes, Dar, but thank you for paying me for it. Dar. Thank you, Dar. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Dar. I appreciate that. Okay, so the card cows are, or you could say, what is it? The Dewey Decimal System. How they're broke up, like the categories, categories. My iPad's working on me today. How to spell things. Okay, let's see. Copy machines. Okay. Compute and computers. Okay, we'll put machines. All right, so Julie said they have a digital card catalog there. Yeah, that's probably more like it nowadays. Moving ladders. Maybe in some old school ones, like in Europe or something. Maybe Rachel. I've never been to an actual library that had the moving ladders. Although, if I had $1 million, y'all know, say we talked about that one time. What would you do if you had $1 million? Honey, I'd have that library to the ceiling with the ladders. That's my $1 million right there. There's my money right there. So I don't know but let's just say old school. If you did old school ladders, Rachel, old school ladders. I mean, I've seen them seen them online, but I've not ever seen one in person. You have one? You have a moving ladder? Can I move in with you? Can I move in with you, Rachel? I'll bring my books. Hi, Savion. Okay, there we go. Tables and chairs. Rosalita is the practical one here. She wants us to have some tables and chairs. All right, well, y'all get the point. Okay, and lots of books. And you can break this down. You're going to have aisles, IASLE. Is that how you spell aisles? Aisles. Rows. Aisles, rows. Okay, so we got the library book out. What was the next thing? Research archaeology. Well, I won't do archaeology because I wanted this to be. I really wanted this to go with Leona. So Leona's an interior decorator. She wants to be an interior decorator. All right. So here we have all this information. Okay. You could write go ahead and write yourself a story. You write yourself a story, and know that you're not going to do anything with it. Just write a story. So from all this, write a story. Your other option, because I know not everybody's going to want to do this, is illustrate one. Illustrate a story. So whether that, we were just looking at Alice in Wonderland. The only problem with something like Alice in Wonderland is we have our visuals in our head so set that one this one is like you're gonna do the Cheshire Cat, you're gonna do the Queen of Hearts, you're gonna do Alice in the little blue dress. You know what I'm saying? You've already got in your mind what this story looks like. Now it would be you could do it because I've seen people do it. Challenge yourself to do the story totally without just reading the story with no illustrations. Okay, so illustrate a story or a book. Illustrate a story or a book, or a chapter. Illustrate a story, a book, or a chapter. If all else fails, a sentence, a word. I'm trying to break this down as simply as we can here. So if you do this, then what the other thing that you're doing by doing all these exercises is you're using your imagination. Because here's the thing, people say, I don't have an imagination. Well, let me tell you, if you didn't have an imagination, you could not find your car when you came out of the grocery store. Because how you find your car, unless you just go click, click, beep, 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 beep. Otherwise, you have to remember you're picturing in your head. Did I park 3 rows down? Was it next to that sign? Was it 3 buildings down? Was it next to the blue line, the red line, the yellow line? You are picturing something. When I tell y'all right now, when I say red apple, green apple, lemon, lime, you're picturing those. You're picturing a yellow lemon, a green lime, a red or green apple. You are picturing that in your head. That picture that you just saw is your imagination. So you have an imagination. This will help you expand into using your imagination. So this we'll call using your imagination. Okay? Using your imagination. So this is just some of them. This is just some of them. Now, and we've taught y'all know about art journaling and all the lots of tons of other idea generating. We got boxes of them. We're going to use that. We're going to use our creativity books. We have our MixedMedia cards. We have our sparks. We have our questions. I'll read a couple of the questions just to continue on. Okay, I'm going to read some of these, even though nobody's called for them. And then let me go over here to my person. I want y'all to go look. Hang on. Let me go to another tab. Hang on, guys. Okay, let me get a link to the video I'm talking. Okay, here we go. Let me mute the commercial or the ad. Let me copy and paste. Okay, so what I want y'all to do is here is the same kind of things we've been talking about and more. Okay, Cory Kerr just did a video talking about sketchbook ideas. Now, I'm going to, Cory doesn't know our group, and just to, be honest, most y'all probably seen most of those ideas in our art journaling groups, right? Because that's what we do. We do sketchbooks and art journals, but there might be something in there that might spark something for you. So go watch. He has a list. Do I have this email still? Let me go over here. Because I'm on his you can get on his mailing list too. Let me go over here. See if I still have it. I think I might. Maybe I don't have his email still. I mean, I probably have it, but it's not in my current. I don't think it's in my current. Let me look real quick. While y'all are grabbing that link. Let me go. to old mail. Well, I can't find it right now, but if you go over there, he has a free newsletter, and he's got them all written down there too, so you can subscribe to his newsletter and get the list. Okay, so there's more ideas. Okay, so go follow Cory Kerr and get more sketchbook art journaling ideas. Okay, all right. And also, go look at my playlist. We have all this multiple times in the my playlist under SOIC. Society of Idea Collectors. All right. So, and I still want to go back and read some more of Randall's, but let's go back to Leona. So, Leona, I gotta find a blank sheet of paper. All right. So, Leona, tell us some of the things that occurred to you. If you're not, I don't want to put you on the spot and embarrass you, but did something spark you today with this? That we, and I'm sure I could ask anybody here what sparked you, but because Leona was the one that was asking, we stopped to do this. I'll take a sip of my lemon water while we. Maybe she left the room. She ran out the back door. Oh, back door. Back door. Leona ran out the back door and shut the front door. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read a couple of our ideas because that's what we're on, and then we'll go back to Randall's collage book. We're not really getting too much done, but hopefully we're sparking some ideas. Okay, so oh my gosh, Janet, I'm gonna have a talk with you, girl. Is that your biggest dream? That's your biggest dream, Janet? Because I want to decorate a red robin in space with the library. There you go. So now the next step, so now that she answered, the next step, what you got to do, Leona, or anybody, is after you have narrowed down your list, after you've narrowed down, here we go, because we're talking collage today. After you've picked your things and narrowed down your list and maybe made some notes in a mind map or whatever, go see if you can find or draw, if you're brave. If you say, I can't draw a sticky figure, go find one online. Go see if you got some books, a magazine, and see if you can find something that at least represents those things. Red robin, a space station, a fan, a streetcar interior decorator, or a room. Find a room you like to start with. A lot of collage artists start with a room or a space, start with the place. And get the images together. Gather images. So if you can either illustrate or gather images. Or both. You can do both. I do both. I do both in my collages. I gather images and I illustrate. Okay. And then you move into making a piece with it. Okay. Terry wants she wants 2 times the 3 prompts. Okay. Thank you for your inspiration. Oh, good. Oh, that's good, Rosalita. Thank you. Yeah. And y'all go to Cory Kerr's too and get more ideas he breaks it down more. He's a teacher. He's so he'll break it down I'm not a teacher. I'm an idea inspiration person, but if you want an actual teacher to break it down for you in different, categories, then he does a very good job of the same kind of stuff that we do here. Okay. All right. Terry Brett. She wants 2 sets of, and I'm just going to pull a little stack here. 2 sets of 3. All right, Terry, here you go. Your first set, coconut, gorilla, and emerald green. Okay. Your second set, I'm just pulling them off the top here. Ant, fedora, and insect. See, how did that happen? What's the chances of that happening? Ant and insect, coconut and a gorilla, like in the emerald green forest. Ant, fedora, and insect. Okay. Raul wants 3. Okay, so there you go, Terry. And anybody, if anybody likes these 3 prompts, and go ahead and go with them. Roll with it, people. Roll with it. Raul, paints. I'm just picking them off the top here. Grapefruit and circles. Okay, there you go, Raul. Hi, Becky at camp. Good to meet you. I don't think I've met you before. You're writing the notes on a sticky. Stickies are good. I love me some stickies. Everything I have, everything I do, everything's on stickies here. They start on stickies anyway. All right, so there we go. So I'm going to pull these off to the side. Now, before we go on, drop the other ones that we didn't use back in there. Now, before we move on back to Randall Plowman, let's go ahead and pick. I'm just going to read a couple of random questions for y'all to think about. And, that's the other thing I did not write down. Question everything. So you want to write down the questions. Okay, I didn't write this down. You want to write down the who, the what, the where, the why, who, what, where, why, how, who, what, where, why. I'm missing something. Who, what, where, why, when, and then why and why not. Okay. There you go. So ask those questions on everything. When you're mind mapping, when you do your mind maps, okay, take each one. All right. So let's say you got your detective and you got your briefcase. Okay. So you've picked, different things to do with the detective, but you got a briefcase. Now ask who, what, where, why, when, why, how, who, what, where, when, why, how, and why not about the briefcase. Ask all those questions about the briefcase and write that down. You think it's a lot of work, and in a sense, it's kind of is. But I'm telling you, do these things, you will never run out of ideas, especially if you collect them in a 3-ring binder, a composition book. If you collect them, see, most people think, oh, that ain't going to do me any good. I'm not going to do it. And then, a month later, they go, I don't have an imagination. I don't have any ideas. I can't think of anything to do. I can't think of anything to draw. I can't think of anything to write. Do you have a notebook? Well, no. Well, hey, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, because that reminded me to ask the questions because of this little pack. So let's remember to ask the questions on everything. Ask questions on everything. Question everything. Okay. Hi, Jeff. You like your answer physics better? Okay. Rosalita. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I may, and then next time I may not get it right, Rosalita. Okay. So I'm going to ask 3 questions. Now you can write them down, expand on them. And also, guys, and it's like when I'm reading out of this book, anytime I'm reading out of our creativity books and we move on after we finish one, we find another. Rachel supplied us with this one after we finished the other one. If something occurs to you that may have nothing to do with anything that I'm reading, but something just sparked in you and something just occurred to you, write it down and then expand on that. It doesn't have to be, exactly what we're reading here. It's better probably if it's not. Then you're thinking, outside, you're thinking outside the box. All right, so I'm going to read a couple questions here and then I move them to the back. All right, here we go. I don't know what they are. I haven't read ahead. Okay. If you were a professional artist, go figure. If you were a professional artist, what would the theme of your what would be the theme of your drawings and paintings? Well, there's a start right there. If you want to be an artist, writer, comic book artist, illustrator, however you want to do your creativity, and I'm just talking about the visual arts now. There's musicians, and we could go off on another mind map. But anyway, just as being visual artists here for the most part, if you were a professional artist, what would be the theme of your drawings and paintings? Write it down right now, or at least write down the question to think about and write it down later. Okay, we're going to read 3 questions. Number 2, if you had the ability to compete in any Olympic event, which one would you choose to enter? And it doesn't say and why, but I would ask and why. Why would you pick that one? 3rd question. If you had to choose your own epitaph of 8 words or fewer besides the name and date, what would it say? What would it say on your grave? Or what would it say in your obituary? 8 words or fewer besides your name and dates. What would it say? Here lies what would you say? Okay, so there we go. There's some questions to think about. All right, now we're going to read out of our 1001 Ways to Creativity, and then we'll spend the rest of our time. And again, if anybody wants any more prompts, I'll pull them. We'll spend some more time talking and looking through Randall Plowman's book here. Okay? All right, I hope y'all are getting something out of this. I hope y'all are. Judy says briefcase, handle, pull out ceramic blade knife. Case has a false ball. Well, let me click on this. It's going to scroll off. There it went. Okay. This case has a false bomb containing the tricks of the trade. I'm sure it's not the I love typos. The ticks of the trade. That may be something right there. Ticks of the trade, Judy. Pen is filled with disappearing ink. The tip has poison on it, and the paper pad is a weapon. See? Everybody has an imagination. Just saying. She gave, Judy. Or Julie, rather. So write those things down, though, guys. You're not gonna, if you don't write them down now, tomorrow, if I asked y'all on Monday, what was the 3 things? What was one of the questions? You aren't gonna remember. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and read. Let's go ahead and read a couple pages. And don't forget to go over to Cory Kerr's link that I put in and look at his video on, did he call it art journal? No, I don't know if he called it art sketchbook. I think he called it sketchbook ideas. Although we would more like call it art journaling. But either, whatever you call it, art journal, note taking, sketch pad, sketchbook, it's where you keep your ideas, right? Okay. The art of creation is older than the art of killing. Play so that you may be serious. I am a writer who came from a sheltered life. A sheltered life can be daring as well, for all serious daring starts from within. Either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. Now it's from Benjamin Franklin. At moments of great enthusiasm, it seems to me that no one in the world has ever made something this beautiful and important. And that's, how do you say his name? Escher? The guy that does all those odd angle drawings. Escher East. I think it's Escher is how you pronounce it. We could look it up because y'all know I'm big on looking up the pronunciation of things. We are all apprentices in a craft where no one ever becomes a master. And that's Ernest Hemingway. Musical comedies aren't written. They are rewritten. I'll read 2 more here. This one's from J.K. Rowling. It's our choices that show that we truly are far more than our abilities. The life of the creative man is led, and that's man, woman, humankind. The life of the creative person is led, directed, and controlled by boredom. Avoiding boredom is one of our most important purposes. And we'll leave it at that for our readings from that, our questions. If anybody wants a prompt, a mixed media prompt, or does anybody want 3 word prompts, let me know. Okay. Here today. What did you say, Devin? Here today, gone tomorrow. So true. Or gone in 5 minutes even. All right. So I'll leave the prompts out if anybody wants them. All right. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and look back over here at Randall Plowman. We'll stay till about 11:30. I'd love my mailman to come so I could see if my Amore Fabrique Selena fabrics. I ordered some tapestry fabrics from her, and I want to do some little mini tapestry. I got my other ones going on over here. She's told me she was going to, the little quilt journals that I started last week, the quilt journals, and we're folding them in half. And I'm going to make gussets on the side here so that the pocket, so that the quilt like expands a little. And Selena said, I'll send you some quilt pieces to make the gussets. So I've not sewn this yet because when I get my order from Selena, she's going to include some fabrics for me to make the gussets on the quilt books. So haven't finished sewing those yet because I'm waiting on the gussets. Thanks, John. Thank you so much. And tonight, don't forget, John, this will be the last show for the Oak Island for the season. Well, last night was drilling down. It was like the final of Oak Island. And John and Judy, is Judy going to be there too, John? And do a recap of the drilling down, which that ends the season for Oak Island until November, I think. November starts a new season. Is Judy going to be there? You need a break. I bet you do, John. She's not going to be there. Okay. Judy is not going to be there. Okay. Well, tell her we appreciate, well, I tell her all the time too. We appreciate her doing, doing the syllabus for your show. So follow John and find out, information about Oak Island, keep up with them. And also, if you're interested in, old history about, not only Oak Island, but the Templars and, history of different places and things like that. John's Facebook, he has a Facebook group with 70,000 members. And so if you want to keep up with any of that other kind of information or just discuss it or anything, then go follow John on Facebook as well. So thank you, John. Can I have okay. Tori wants 3 prompts. Okay. Oh, so are you already going to do anything tonight at all? Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's not going to do anything tonight. John isn't. I saw that you said no to Judy. Is no to the show or just no to Judy being there, John? Okay, because he needs a break. I'm sure. As John puts his heart and soul into that YouTube and Facebook groups. Okay, so Tori, here you go, Tori. Goggles, toucan, and a griffin. There you go. No to Judy. Okay, so John's going to be there tonight. Okay. There you go, Tori. Goggles, toucan, and a griffin. I need to hide in my garden until November. Well, don't be a stranger, John. I know you won't be. I'm sure you'll post on Facebook and stuff. But yeah, I'm sure you need a break. John puts everything into that show and group. Just saying. So support, if you're into Oak Island, and go watch John and support the channel and Facebook group. Linda said Tim wants 3 prompts for Tim. Okay, I got the stack here still. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Linda. Hippo, squares. He's got away from me. Hippo, squares, and pearls. Instead of pearls before swine, we got pearls before a hippo. Oh my gosh, there you go. So pearls, hippo, squares. Is that okay, Linda, or do you want something different? Tell me to replace one if you want. You're welcome, John. Thanks for stopping in and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see what is CB Griffin. Oh, all right, so CB and Janet are already planning naked griffins and stuff, pole dancing hippos. I mean, all right. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right. If you want some, I'll dig some more out. I'll just keep these to the side so nobody gets these exact ones until maybe another time. All right. So let's go back over here to. And thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Henrietta the Hippo War Pearls on the new zoo review. There you go, Judy. Rachel wants 3. Okay, Rachel, let me flip them around here. Let's get a little stack. Okay, so Rachel, here we go. I hope y'all are getting some inspiration today. We didn't do a lot of collage. We talked a lot about it. So I'll just have to put in the title, Talking Collage and Ideas. I'll put Society of Idea Collectors too. Okay, Rachel, ostrich. And again, some of y'all, Terry, Brett, Rachel, some of y'all have done a lot, and sometimes they pop back up. I try to mix them up well, but sometimes they pop back up. So if you get some that you've already had a bunch of times or you want something different, just tell me. Okay. Cap. And off the top, castle. Ostrich, castle, cap. There you go, Rachel. How do you do 3-hour shows? I've done longer ones, John, but I try to keep it at 3 hours. Otherwise, you just see people, just dropping off. I only do 2 a week. I used to do 3 a week. I used to do 3 shows a week, but now I'm just down to Monday and Wednesday. So if y'all are following, follow. I stream every Monday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, for at least till 11:30, sometimes till 12, 3.5 hours. But and really, if you weren't here earlier, John, I showed some of my big collage posters. I can't even finish those. I can't finish those in a 3-hour time span. Oh, hi, Lady Jan. Thank you so much. Morning, Miss Lightfinger's tea. Thank you so much. And by the way, I still love my little book, Jan, my little Cadfael book. And so yeah, I love my Cadfael book. The streamathon, yeah. When we do a New Year's streamathon, John. Not that you want to do, not that you want to do a streamathon, but on New Year's, what we do is we do around the world, around the whole world, a streamathon, and we stream for 24 hours, or how long is it, Janet? 16, I don't know. Anyway, we stream around the world at the changing of that 12 o'clock, the new year. And so everybody streams for a couple hours around the world. We do that on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. And that's what Judy's talking about, I think, the streamathon. Let's see. At least 24 hours. Okay, it's 24 hours. I couldn't remember. So 24-hour streamathon. Not one person. No, one person streams 24 hours. Okay, so let's see here. Let me put these back in. All right, so let's see what else Randall's talking about here in the collage book. Yeah, it's almost 36 hours. It can go into the next day. Yeah. Everybody loves a streamathon. All right. So so we talked about the color and trying to keep it. So again, on any of these ideas that we're talking about doing a collage out of any of these ideas, you can also limit it to colors. Okay. We have color here too, or a couple of colors. If you keep it monochromatic or just a couple colors, your piece will be cohesive. It will be more cohesive than if you did every color in the rainbow, So think about your colors as well as one of the options to pick. We have the 5 things down here. You could also, as a number 6, do a color. That will help make you more focused. Okay. So you can have your person, place, thing, transportation, occupation, and a color. Okay, so let's see here. Image pairings. Cut an image in half and pair each half with other images. So we've done that before with what works good with that. Let me get a magazine. Hold on. I got one handy. Do I have one handy? I usually keep one like Vogue magazine handy for our demo purposes, but sometimes I don't know where I put them because I don't have a lot of fashion magazines, but a fashion magazine is a good one to do this with. Do I have one here? Let me look here on my shelf. I do have a fashion magazine here. So we've shown how to do tracing so that you can get. That's another thing. If you want to practice your drawing, take tracing paper and trace your images, and you'll see perspective and proportion and shape and how things are big or small, and you'll be surprised if you trace your people out of magazines and look at it and go, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that the head is so small compared to anyway. We're not going to get into that one today. We just did that one recently. But when he was talking about pairing images, this here's a thing where, look, I opened it to a page where we've done it, where if you tear a magazine in half like this, you can get two separate images. Just look at that. Look at that right there. See? Or that. You see how it's two different images paired together? You can get ideas. Even if you don't use this exactly, you're going to get ideas by doing this sort of thing. So just take a magazine and tear it like here. Let's see here. Like this. She's already got almost half a face there. All right. So let's just see here. See what I mean? And you can just get so many different cool things by doing this kind of thing. Let's see if we can find one more. But just pairing different halves. Okay, like here she is in black and white with this outfit. But if we tear her in half, I hate to do this because I love this picture, but I want y'all to see. See how you can see different things. See different things when you do that. So just practice some of that for different image pairings out of a magazine. Okay, so that's some of that. We'll just kind of pick a few here. He's got 50 ideas in here. Throw down a man card for John. Okay, John, throw down a man card. Although I don't know why. We're not talking Barbies. I usually only throw down the man cards when we talk too many Barbies. Oh, okay, here's where he's done different stripes or strips. Reassemble. Let's see over here. What was this one? Create a collage by layering pieces of paper with interesting colors and images on top of one another. So another thing about doing all different kinds of mixed media collage is when you look at a collage or a piece that you want to use in a collage. Let me see if I can find something for an example. Let me get one of these. That's all doors. May not have anything handy. I don't have anything handy to pick from. Let's see what I got in here. You have a piece of collage. Okay, well here, let's just take this top of this door. It's not a very good example, but it is an example. So here's a piece of the top of a door that I cut off because I wanted the door. I didn't want all the ornamentation. So I cut that off. But look at it in different ways. Like, look at a part of it or a piece of it and turn it upside down, right side up. Look at those two together just by folding that over there. Look. Now it's almost starting to look like a wave. But turn things over, right side up, upside down. Revisualize the image that you picked. Just because you picked a part of an animal or an insect or whatever bird, turn it different ways and look at it, and you're going to get new ideas. And whether or not you use that idea right then and there, look, that was like a little face in there. You know, I noticed the face more when it was upside down. But you can write those things down, or keep some of your little images and tape them down and write down what you saw. You know, what you saw in it, or what you thought of. You know, that's a good way to put in your art journal. If you have an actual journal, comp book, you know, whatever, is to make, you know, tape it down and write notes. What do you think about? What do you see in that image? Just pick an image that you find interesting. You know, if you don't find it interesting, you're not going to do it. That's why I say when you do your abandoned, like I do my altered books in the abandoned book series. If you don't like abandoned places, you're not going to do 300-page collage. You're not going to do 300 collages in a book because you don't like abandoned places. You know, you need to pick something that you like, you know, gardens or doors or Paris, or, you know, the forest or trees or bugs. You know, pick a book that you, or theme. If you're not going to do a whole book, at least pick, you know, themes that you're going to like to alter and work with, because you're not going to stick with altering a whole book if you don't like the theme. Hi, Dot. Who else am I missing? Okay, so anyway, that's, you know, take your Scotch tape or your washi tape or whatever, and stick that down, and then write little notes. Do you like the colors? Do you like the shape? Do you like the texture? Do you like the idea of the place? Ask questions. Ask your questions. Where is this place? Where can you imagine? Where could it be? You may not know where it is. Where could it be? Where would you like it to be? Where would you like it to be? Why? Why would it be there? Well, I should have been writing all this in you can't hardly read. I should have been writing in Sharpie. But ask all the questions about an image. And then you can spend a day. There's a challenge for you. Pick an image that you like, or that's interesting, or just challenging to you. Tape it in your art journal or sketchbook, or wherever you keep your ideas and notes and sketches and drawings and ideas, and spend a day with that image. Just a day with just that image. And ask the questions. Question it. And see what you come up with. You don't have to share it. Just, this is for you, for your exercise, your mental exercise. Okay. All right. Let's keep moving on. Got about 5 more minutes. Y'all have any questions? Put it in caps. Okay. Numbers, using numbers in your collage. Now, I like numbers. Okay. I like to use numbers, glyphs, and symbols more than words. I don't very rarely put any words in my collages or mixed media pieces, but I'll use these. And whether the symbol is actually like a symbol, or whether it's, you know, something that means, right? And glyphs, hieroglyphs, and numbers. These are the things that I would use, because I love ancient history. So I do a lot of things with ancient history in my mind. So that's something that I have, you know, while I'm world building. When I'm world building, I'm thinking of ancient history. Yeah, so, you know, just pick an image and just live with it for a day and see what you come up with. You don't have anything else to do, then just, you know, carry that sheet of paper or that notebook or that comp book with that page open, carry it around with you all day, in between whatever else you got to do, your chores, your babies, your kids, your school runs, take it with you. And anytime, just look at it and contemplate on what does it make you think of? What era is that? I don't know what era that was. Is that the 15th century, 14th century? Who was living there? Why would they live there? Was it part of a church? And see, I've cut the door off, so I don't even remember what the door looked like. So, who carved that? Is it plaster? Is it molded? Is it poured? Is it carved? How'd they make that? Why the triangle? Is a triangle important? What's that little rosette symbol? Is it a symbol for something? What are these little corbel things, or whatever they're called? Is that called a corbel? I don't know. Is that a corbel? What's a corbel? You see what I mean? You don't run out of ideas, people. Our problem is we don't collect it. We don't write it down. That's why we think we don't have any ideas, because you never wrote any of them down. You could have thousands. Just listen to the questions just I asked on this one picture in the last 3 seconds. Okay. Numbers, typography, any kind of word, take a sheet of, and we've done that too in our art journaling, where you take a, book page and tear it up and use the book papers and the book pages and the images from the, typography, secret message, stamping, that's another thing you could do. Go in your stamps, and I could do this just as easy. Janet would be there for a month. List your stamps. And by that, I mean, your carved, your rubber stamps, your acrylic stamps, your foamies, any stamps, list them, and then categorize them. You could physically categorize them, but write them down and then categorize them. You're going to have ideas just off of one stamp. Okay, well, let me pull a stamp. Hold on. I'll do my Bosch, because I said I was going to do him last. I was going to stamp him down last week. Let me get an ink pad. I don't know if this one's juicy or not. I just pulled one off the shelf. Let's see if this one's juicy enough to stamp him. Is it shiny? Might be. We'll see. I don't want to hear y'all say next week, I don't know what to do. I'll smack you in the middle of next week. And I really should put a cushion under this. I don't know how well it's going to stamp, but we'll see. I don't even know if that stamp pad's working. Is it working? It worked a little bit. It worked just enough to see it. But anyway, this one, that's Bosch, Bosch. And don't ask me to spell Hieronymus. Hieron. Oh, do I have it written down here? No. Hieronymus Bosch. Look up Bosch, and you'll, as an artist, and you'll see his paintings and what he did and his imagination, and you'll ask all kind of questions. So then you can mind map or list everything and question. Okay, everything about what you stamped. You're welcome, Barbara. All right, let's pick just 2 more things out of here, and then we're going to go. So I hope y'all got some. Don't forget, I should still have it in my cut and paste. Let me paste again. Let's see if Cory's, there we go. Y'all make sure and go visit Cory Kerr. He is an art teacher. Oh, well, I see art. I think he's illustration, graphic design. I forget what his actual teaching credentials are, but he lives in Idaho. And he's a teacher, teaches, I think, graphic design and illustration. And he just put out a video, and he also has a newsletter. So y'all can subscribe to his newsletter for free, and you'll get it in an email. It's about, I don't know, maybe once a month or 2. You'll get an email with the information that he put the video out with the link to the video, and it's free. So if y'all want to follow Cory Kerr and get more tips, anyway, okay. Let's see, old books, finger painting. That's one of my favorite techniques in my collages. Getting that finger painting going, people. Finger painting and where's one of my palette knives? Where's my little red palette knife? That's my favorite one, which of course now I'm not going to put my hand right on. But palette knives are good for, you know. Oh, is that one? No. I don't know where my palette knife is. Well, anyway, y'all know what a palette knife is. But a palette knife is good if you don't want to get finger painting. But palette knives will give you that texture and that visual texture that, you know, you can't really get with a brush. Okay. Thank you, Terry Brett. All right, one more. Tissue paper. All right, we all know about the mixed media with the different kinds of papers. We've even done a whole stream on listing every kind of paper. Every kind of paper you can use. Tissue paper, scrapbook paper, you know, deli paper. I can't think of them all right now because we'd have to make a list. Go make a list of papers. Make a list of papers. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all have enjoyed today's inspiration show and got some ideas. Gonna go make some stuff. Go make some stuff, people. Write some stuff. Doodle, sketch, draw, design, question, even just questions. I can't tell y'all enough. If you just write down questions you have, you'll be sparked. But you got to write it down. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out and y'all have a great rest of your week. Don't forget Christopher streams at 2 every day, Monday through Friday, 2 Eastern. I don't know if Aunt Beck, she was here earlier, I think. I don't know if she streams at 12. She usually streams, I think, on Wednesdays from 12 to 1. She streams for about an hour on Wednesdays, I think. But I don't know that it's ever 100%. So, oh, you did? Okay, well, let's show that real quick. Rachel was wanting to get, I guess she got Arlene's permission. She drew Arlene and she said she posted it. So let's go over to Rachel. I'm guessing she means on Instagram. Let's see. No, it's not on Instagram. Where did you post it? I don't see it on IG, Rachel. You said you posted it on IG? I don't see it. Rachel, don't leave until you tell me. You did not post it on IG. But Rachel drew a picture of Arlene. Now she sent it to me, but I don't see where she posted it. Rachel, Bueller. Okay, I'm not seeing her answer me, so we'll have to show it next week then. We'll show it next week. In her stories? Okay, let's see. Where's the stories? I know. I just look on IG. If it's not popped up in the IG, I don't go digging for people's stuff. Unless she tag me. Let me go look in my but why would she tag me in that? I don't know. Help me. I need help with IG. Okay, it's not in IG right now. So we'll show it next week. All right, guys. Y'all have a good rest of your week, and we will see you at other streamers. Bye, guys.